Do you find that your Oculus Touch controllers go out of sync sometimes, and even though you're swinging it away, it's stuck in midair and twisting? Well, stay tuned, because I think I know exactly what's causing it. Okay, so in this video, I want to show you the problem that's being reported with the touch controllers, and they lose tracking. And you'll notice this if you're playing a game like maybe Beat Saber as an example, where you're swinging away and all of a sudden your controller in mid-air just starts to only twist around in 3 degrees of freedom, and even while you're waving it about over here. And so it loses it. And so apparently what the issue is that when you're swinging really fast and wide, you got centrifugal force, and it's basically making the battery that's inside, it slips forward towards the front of the controller and loses the contact with the positive side of the battery on the bottom here. And there's a number of ways of fixing that, including putting a little bit of tinfoil down there. But I found with even putting in tinfoil here, which I have in right now, if I swing my arm hard enough, and I'll show you right now, it's still on loose tracking. So I'm just going to swing it back and forth, and you'll see right now it's doing just fine, tracking. But if I go really hard, see that? Stuck in the air. There again. So if I swing it hard enough on both controllers, it will do that. It's like it temporarily, and I can feel the battery inside jostling when I swing it really hard. So that's the problem with these. And so if you're finding that your controllers are losing tracking in games like Beat Saber or other games when you're really swinging hard, that's probably what it is. Now, I even have my battery doors taped shut, and it still happens. And like I said, I've got a chunk of tinfoil down here. I'll show you right now. I got a chunk of tinfoil right in the bottom here. I just got to pull the battery out. Just a little bit of tinfoil. And that's trying to make the contact, which is the positive terminal contacts in the bottom here. And if you look at it, you'll even see that it's recessed. Which, if you think about any other kind of electronic device that takes AA batteries, the positive terminal is usually a little kind of, it's a bump. It comes out, not a recess. So I think Oculus kind of messed up on the engineering. And because of the centrifugal force of swinging, it would have made way more sense to have the negative on the bottom where the spring is. So bad design, Oculus. I think you got to fix this problem. This is a big problem with these controllers, and it's going to affect a lot of people who are playing vigorous games. I'm going to continue to experiment with larger pieces of tin foil. I'm actually even thinking about taking a little bit of solder and putting a little dollop on top of the positive terminal inside the touch controller, so it's a little bit more raised, so it's better contact. Outside of that, I think that if you're swinging, it's likely always going to swing forward and move away, so maybe a stronger spring on the bottom. I don't know. I'm going to experiment, and if you have any suggestions, please go ahead and leave them down in the comments. If Oculus support is reading this video, please also, if you can inform us if you're aware of this issue and what you're doing to fix it. It does seem to be an issue that does need addressing. So that's all for this video, and we'll see you in the metaverse.